my good bosses around there, my friends, my colleagues, and everyone who's watching OSP video. Thumbs up. Love you all. I always like to remind you all that please make sure at least you subscribe to OSP channel, and now keeping always in touch that we happen to make this to our best. That's what I'll always simply say, the best way to learn something. And always don't forget to practice. OSP began slow, and now I can simply say it's going somewhere. That implies it's you who's going to make OSP go somewhere. Now the same you, I would also remind you, please make sure you also get some humble time, do some good practice to make sure you always make it out. Now without wasting your time, my friends, that was just a piece of encouragement. Without wasting your time, I would like to just tell you something little that we are going to cover at the moment. Now we are going to cover about arrays. Now what arrays? In simple term, I will simply say arrays like just also a piece of code that you can also write in one single line, but can be handling some good number of items within it. And whenever it's called, you can be calling one particular item out of it. You may find that in one row you have like 5 different items, but you can call one at a go, either from database if that's what maybe you're mainly picking from, or mainly I will simply say that, though here in this demonstration I'm not going to be picking from any information from the database. So members, let me just take straight into the coding part of it, and we see how can we start playing out with array. So this is it. I'm just going to come back inside here and I try to declare my simple program. So just come back here. I'm just going to make my simple simple program so that we can make sure we proceed. Now get me here. We said we're going to play around with arrays. Give assumption. I'm going to just say names. Just going to use names, and I say names is equal to array. Whenever you deal with array, you have to end up with array. This is a good practice too, if at all you're happening to handle arrays. This is it. So give assumption. I'm going to say this arrays is going to be holding the number of people there in the database, and then I would like to pick people based on what they have in the database. So I can simply say, since it's going to be maybe names, I can make it be a string, like maybe this is going to be OSP. That's what we have there. We have OSP. When you saw, we're going to be having maybe Rogers, if that's what we're going to be having there. Maybe Charles. I'm just say that's it. Maybe Charles. I'm just going to say maybe David too. That's it. Now that's what so far we have there inside that same row. You can see in that very row, but have different groups of people. That implies if this person is there, that's there, and the third, well as the fourth person, and all of them are under groups of names. Maybe it was first name, I don't know which name it might be, but all of them in one row. And then to call for array in your program, you can always just come down inside here and say echo. Now get me, when you happen to say echo and come back here and try to say maybe echo for names, you get some kind of errors in your program. This is what I try to do. So if you happen to save that and maybe happen to refresh here, sorry for that, happen to refresh there, should you get an array. Note that array to string conversion, blah blah on line 3 array. So you get some kind of problem if at all you happen not to handle your stuffs in the right way of array. So how do you pick array if you want to call for it? So you can always come back in the program and just echo out array, based on what you want. So if I say this is going to be array is represented by that one, opening a square and closing square brackets. So use 2 groups of square brackets, and then if I happen to say 0, now this is how our array takes its way. The first information here takes to be initial stage of 0. This is going to be 1, 2, 3 on time of being called. So if I happen to save that, you'll discover that OSP is going to be printed out as the first information or the first person in our system or in the database. The same way applies to the person, the third person I'm just going to come and copy this very fast, and then I happen to just paste here down. If I happen to say that, maybe just wait and see, if you just come back here, if I happen to come and say I'm going to be equaling maybe the third person, the first and the second person in the database, I'll say 1, and that is it. So if I happen to come back in here and refresh that, you'll discover that we shall get the first person and the second person in the database. Now, just like I've said to you, that an ID or an array always use an index of 1 from 0 and to 1. So the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4. I said sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if that implies if I want to pick David from there, I just have to say 3. That's it from there. So if I happen to come back in here in my program and try to refresh that, you'll discover that now we shall be picking the first person, which is number index 0, and the one with the third index. So my friend, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to OSP Pre channel. Love you all. Don't forget to subscribe, my friends, and comment down. Thank you.